The show is broadcasted live on W4Divas.com and the Divalution.com from our studio every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. The shows are all available for download on iTunes, iHeart, and Spreaker. If you would like to join us or become an advertiser, please call 989-402-4627.
Standby Appliance, located at 408 Columbus Avenue. They carry most major brands, install and service all of their sales. They're hometown owned and operated and have been in business for over 65 years. 989-893-4676 or visit them at standbyappliance.com. For a financial planner, call Nate Brown with Brown Financial. He's a comprehensive fee-only planning service specializing in retirement, estate, wealth, tax, college, and Social Security planning. He also does active portfolio management, will review your IRA, 401k, and 403b rollovers.
Contact us at 989-493-2940 or visit our website at www.browncompfinancial.com. Ask about our Diva deal and get a free bottle of wine.
If you're looking for an artistic women's portraiture company where she can bring out the best in you, a side that you want other people to see, then you need to call Indigo Moon. Each setting is designed especially for you. The number is 989-708-6776, not the run-of-the-mill portraiture company. Indigo Moon. Call Chandra. For the best food in town, check out Heather's. It's made to order. They're located at 205 3rd Street. They're open for lunch and will deliver 989-402-1116 and extra special dinners on Friday and Saturday nights. They posted on Facebook.com/Heather's Restaurant. Wendell's Home and Design, making home design affordable. Located at 5260 East Pickard Street, Mount Pleasant. Call them at 989-772-2914.
This is Coach Charlie Cousins with Cousins Martial Arts. We offer classes from ages 2 to 12 for our kids, and we also offer adult classes. You can reach us at 989-297-8558 or on our website. That's cousinsmma.com, COSENSMMA.com. We have a 30-day free trial always in effect, and ask us about our Diva deal.
Let LC Makeup Artistry help you believe in your own beauty. Professional makeup artist and medical esthetician. She's an award winner for her airbrush makeup, skincare treatments, and hair removal. Call Laura at 989-493-2607 or visit her online at lcmakeupartistry.com.
Hi, this is Ashley from Two Men in a Truck Bay City. We are the movers who care. Give us a call at 989-895-5252 for all your moving needs. Boxes, packing supplies. No move is too big or small for us. Visit us at www.twomen.com.
Wine glasses are full. The divas are ready. Now back to the Divalution Show.
Hello. So we're drinking this delicious 1-2 punch Riesling. I don't know if you listened to this show last week, but Greg from Vino was our guest. And he was talking about wines to drink in the summertime. And the reason he has been bringing us these light, refreshing wines is because of the season. Because I was giving him shit about not bringing red wines. So he straightened me right out, which he often does. He doesn't pull any 1-2 punches. Except for when he brings wine, of course. So this Riesling is really good. It's not real sweet, but you can tell it's a late picked, and it's delicious. We have coming up here in a little bit, Beth Chorba from Bay City Boot Camp is going to join us. But we're here now with Tanya Brown. She's an author and a blogger, and hopefully recovering spinal cord injury person.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Hopefully.
So there's always that little bit of hope, isn't there?
Well, absolutely. I mean, what would any of us be if we didn't have hope?
Exactly.
I mean, spinal cord injury, cancer.
I thought you were going to say
broken up
spinal cord injury.
Well, no. I mean, like, busted up relationships, boyfriends,
Whatever.
girlfriends. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is that we're afflicted with. We all have something going on.
That's right.
You know, and my thing isn't bigger than your thing, is not bigger than anyone else's thing, because we all feel it so personally, whatever is happening. And if we lose the ability to have hope, then we've really lost our innate gift to overcome. You know, I am a firm believer in karma. I am a firm believer in that, you know, things come to us for any given reason. And that while some of it might initially be bad, you know, like I said earlier, there is a gift in it. There is a blessing anywhere. Mm-hmm. We just sometimes have to be patient, and that's what's so hard. You know, our culture is like quick. You know, the fax machine wasn't fast enough, so now we have to do email, and that's
even slow. So now we have to text.
What if our email or server goes down, or you know the speed on our laptop went down, so now I got to text somebody, and I got to text when I'm driving because it's really that important. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we need to slow down. And we need to be patient, and we need to wait. And sometimes that's the really, really hard part, because it is so contradictory to the way we live our lives. Mm-hmm. To be patient and to be quiet and to listen and to figure it out. But you have to have hope. I mean, what would life be with no hope? I mean, you'd be stuck in like winter. If you hate winter, you'd be stuck in winter. I mean, it'd be the most miserable cold winter, you know, if you didn't have hope for spring.
Right.
I mean, so yeah, I obviously have hope.
Obviously is right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then there's always that gentleman who did get better.
There
and
is.
That's got a spark.
You know,
a spark that wouldn't be there had you not known that.
The thing is that they said years.
But
for me, it could be another couple months.
Mm-hmm.
It could be another year. It could be 10 years. It could be 15. It could be never. You know, I have really just come to the conclusion that whether or not my body heals fully or not, it doesn't matter. You know, whether I have to use this stinking cane for the rest of my life or not, doesn't matter. Is it inconvenient? Absolutely. Would I rather not use it? Mm-hmm. Do I miss going to kickboxing? Oh my God, so bad. Do I miss my old blue jeans? You don't even know. I mean, it's painful to even think about. But it's not to say that someday I might not wake up and like feel my right leg.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I might actually have an itch that I feel, you know, on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Or a tickle.
Someone might actually like pat me on the leg, and I might feel it.
Uh-huh.
And you just never know. And you can't give up that hope.
No.
But even if it never happens, that doesn't mean that I shouldn't move forward, that I shouldn't live a dream. That doesn't mean that any of us shouldn't. We have a lesson to learn in anything that is given to us. Anything that comes our way. There's a blessing and there's a lesson.
Mm-hmm. And it sometimes it isn't until way after whatever that event, life-changing event was, that we learn that. And that's a really good way to look at life. I think if everybody looked at life like that, you would continue to grow, which is so important, because if you don't continue to grow, you're stagnant and you're stuck in winter.
Yes.
Just like you said. And you lose your perspective on how wonderful things are.
Right.
And you don't value the little things like an itch on your leg or something would be so earth-shattering right now. And old life, it would have been a nuisance.
Right. Well, and I got to tell you, you know, a few weeks ago, my last physical therapy session, and my beloved neurologist had passed away. She had a long, hard battle with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And she had passed away. And I just could not bring myself to go to the funeral. I just couldn't do it. And my mother shared her as a neurologist as well. She has MS. And neither of us could do it. We cooked food for her. We cooked food for her girls, and my dad dropped it off. But we just couldn't go. And a week after that, it never really hit me that Barb was gone. And I was on my way to my last PT session that was on her prescription. And my dad was driving me there, and all of a sudden just teeny tiny little tears started to fall, and my dad passed me his hanky, because of course my dad is a hanky kind of guy. And he said, "Are you all right?" And I said, I'm just thinking about Barb, and you know how much I miss her. You know how much I miss being able to text her if I have a question or if something weird or new numbness shows up or whatever. It's just hitting me that she's really gone. And today is my last PT session without her. And so when I got there, my therapist came out and she said, "How are you?" And I just kind of shook my head, and she got back to the room and she said, "No, really, how are you?" And I just melted down into a pile of tears. And she sat there with just a box of tissue in her hand on the leg that I can't feel. But it was just the fact that there was human presence. And after a few minutes, she said, "You know, I knew this was going to happen. And I have to say, I'm really glad that it was right now and that someone was here and that you weren't alone." And she said, "Now let's stop this and let's get up and get on the table and do some work." And 45 minutes later, for the first time since October 8th, 1 week exactly since Barb had passed away, I could, with all 5 of the toes on my right foot, not just bend them, but I could curl them up and crunch them up.
See?
And it was, I mean, I did it and I cried and I kept doing it. And I mean, I got to tell you, just because I don't have sensation in the leg doesn't mean I don't have nerve pain. And it hurt all the way up into my hip and beyond. And I didn't care because I just wanted to make sure it didn't stop. And, you know, my therapist, she looked at me and she said, "You know, maybe she needed to be on the other side to help you more." And,
I like that therapist.
And it just
that
really
nice.
struck me. And I got to tell you, I haven't stopped scrunching my toes yet. It still kills to my hip and beyond, but I don't want it to go away.
Maybe if you keep doing it, it will hurt less. Is
Eventually,
that possible?
I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out as time goes on.
Keep scrunching.
Yeah, I just, it's one of those things. You never miss it. It's a tiny, tiny little thing. Like,
it makes me want to scrunch my toes.
It does. You know, doesn't it? I mean, makes you want to do anything. Makes you want to be able to, like, spread your fingers out all the way, which I can't do on my one hand.
But you can on your other one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it makes you look at, like, a dandelion differently. You know, a couple of years ago, my daughter would, like, collect dandelions and bring me this bouquet, and I was like, "Okay, be great." And then when she wasn't looking, I would, like, kind of toss them in the trash can. Sorry, Jenna. But this spring and summer, she has brought me little dandelion bouquets. And I got to tell you, I put them in a little cup and I put them in some water and I put them there by the sink. And I'm just happy that they're yellow. Yes. You know, I'm happy that I'm happy to be here to see them. And I'm happy that she loves me enough to think to bring me a bouquet.
That is so cute. You know, one thing, your neurologist, Barb, she hung in there. She was sick with cancer for many, many years, and she had just retired, hadn't she?
She didn't.
Like 2 weeks?
She didn't retire.
She just quit practicing?
Retire. She got to the point where she was so sick she could not practice at the same time.
She is amazing. She was an amazing woman. You were blessed to know her.
Barb would have worked and probably died in that office if it were up to her. But I think, you know, I don't know all of the specifics and can't pretend to, but I went in with my mom to pick up a prescription, and they said they were going to be sending out letters that the practice was closing. And we what? Why? You know, because I had seen her just a couple weeks previous, and she looked really, you know, probably the best I'd seen her in a long time. And they said, you know, she's fought as long as she can. And I thought, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me, you know. And I had no clue what that meant. And then suddenly, you know, texts would go unanswered, you know. And so we just started to pray for her and her family, and we would send a text periodically because we knew her girls were checking them, or we put something on Facebook, that said, we prayed for you, or, Jenna is